Welcome to Ancient Mysteries. I'm your host, Ben Carter, and in today's episode, we're diving into one of the most iconic and enigmatic monuments of the ancient world, the Great Sphinx of Giza. Standing guard near the pyramids of Giza for over 4,000 years, this colossal limestone statue continues to spark questions and debates that have persisted through centuries. The Sphinx, with its human head and lion's body, has long been an object of fascination. Some regard it as a symbol of power, others as an enigma that holds the secrets of Egypt's distant past. Its sheer size and purpose have baffled historians, archaeologists and adventurers alike. Who built it? Why? And perhaps most intriguingly, when was it actually constructed? Despite being one of the most studied ancient structures on Earth, the Sphinx still has a multitude of unanswered questions, making it one of the most enduring mysteries of ancient civilization. But as we look at this ancient wonder, it's clear that the Sphinx holds more than just a historical or architectural significance. Some believe the monument is the key to unlocking mysteries about Egypt's ancient gods, hidden knowledge from lost civilizations, and perhaps even ancient advanced technology. Could the Sphinx be hiding secrets that have been buried in the sands of time? Or is it simply a testament to the ingenuity and skill of ancient Egyptian builders? In today's episode, we'll uncover the history of the Sphinx, the theories surrounding its origins, and some of the most controversial questions that continue to puzzle experts. From theories of hidden chambers to ideas about its symbolic meaning, we'll explore the many layers of this ancient enigma. Stay tuned. The Great Sphinx of Giza doesn't exist in isolation. It is deeply intertwined with one of the most fascinating and influential civilizations in human history, ancient Egypt. To understand the Sphinx, we must first step back and immerse ourselves in the world of the pharaohs, a world that thrived over 4,000 years ago along the banks of the Nile River. Ancient Egypt was a civilization built on monumental ambition and profound spirituality. For the Egyptians, life and death were deeply interconnected, with their beliefs rooted in an unshakable faith in the afterlife. This belief drove their incredible architectural feats, the pyramids, the temples, and of course the Sphinx itself. These structures weren't just impressive displays of power, they were physical manifestations of their cosmology, designed to bridge the earthly and divine realms. The Giza Plateau, where the Sphinx stands, was a center of this spiritual and political power. It was dominated by the iconic pyramids of Giza, constructed during Egypt's 4th dynasty, often referred to as the Golden Age of pyramid building. Each pyramid served as a royal tomb, carefully aligned with celestial patterns to ensure the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. This interplay between earth and sky was central to their worldview, and every structure on the plateau played a role in this cosmic balance. Now, the Sphinx stands apart from the pyramids in both form and function. Its lion's body and human head are unique, raising questions about its purpose. Many scholars attribute the Sphinx to Pharaoh Khafre, whose pyramid sits nearby, suggesting it was a guardian of his tomb. Yet unlike the pyramids, which were tombs with clear functions, the Sphinx's purpose remains speculative. Was it a symbol of royal power, a representation of divine strength? Or did it have a deeper, more mysterious role tied to the stars and the cosmos? The lion's body itself is significant. Lions in ancient Egypt were powerful symbols of protection and strength, often associated with the sun god Ra. Combining the lion with a human head, potentially representing a pharaoh, may have symbolized the union of human intellect and divine strength. This would align with the Egyptians' view of the pharaoh as both mortal ruler and living god. But ancient Egypt wasn't the only context influencing the Sphinx. The Giza Plateau may have been used as a sacred site long before the pyramids were built. Some researchers argue that evidence of earlier civilizations, perhaps even pre-dynastic cultures, exists within the region. If the Sphinx does predate Khafre, it raises the tantalizing possibility that it was inherited and repurposed by the Egyptians, carrying with it secrets from a forgotten age. As we move forward, we'll dive into the specific mystery of the Sphinx itself, its construction, age, and potential hidden chambers. But for now, it's essential to understand the extraordinary civilization that gave rise to this enigmatic monument. Ancient Egypt's blend of innovation, spirituality, and cosmic wonder set the stage for mysteries that have endured for millennia. And the Sphinx, standing silent under the desert sun, might just hold answers that challenge everything we know about this incredible culture. The Great Sphinx of Giza has stood watch over the sands of Egypt for thousands of years, but despite its fame, this ancient monument is shrouded in mystery. Who built it, when, and why? These questions have fueled debates for centuries and remain unresolved. Let's unravel the layers of intrigue surrounding the Sphinx, exploring the enigma that has captivated archaeologists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. One of the central mysteries of the Sphinx is its age. Traditional Egyptology credits Pharaoh Khafre of the 4th dynasty as its builder, dating the monument to around 2500 BCE. This timeline aligns with the construction of the nearby pyramids, particularly Khafre's pyramid, and a surviving causeway that seems to connect them. However, not all scholars agree. In the 1990s, geologist Robert Schoch made waves with a controversial theory. After studying the weathering patterns on the Sphinx, he argued that its erosion wasn't caused solely by wind and sand, but also by significant rainfall. Such rainfall hasn't occurred on the Giza Plateau since at least 7000 BCE, suggesting the Sphinx might be far older than previously thought, possibly predating ancient Egypt itself. This claim sparked intense debate, with critics arguing that the erosion could be explained by other factors, such as groundwater or ancient restoration efforts. Still, the possibility that the Sphinx could belong to a forgotten pre-dynastic civilization remains tantalizing. Adding to the mystery is the absence of definitive records about the Sphinx. Unlike the pyramids, which are well documented in inscriptions and texts, the Sphinx appears in no known ancient writings from the time of its construction. The first significant mention of the monument comes from the New Kingdom period, nearly 1,000 years after its supposed creation. At this time, Pharaoh Thutmose IV erected the Dream Stele between the Sphinx's paws, commemorating a vision in which the Sphinx promised him kingship if he cleared away the sand that had buried it. While the stele reveals the Sphinx's importance to later Egyptians, it raises the question, why was such a monumental structure left unmentioned by its original creators? Then there's the matter of the Sphinx's missing nose. Historical records suggest that the nose was destroyed long before Napoleon's time, contrary to the popular myth of French soldiers using it for target practice. Some historians believe it was deliberately defaced by iconoclasts, possibly during the medieval era, as part of efforts to undermine its perceived power. The damage adds an air of mystery, leaving us to wonder what the Sphinx once looked like in its full glory. Perhaps the most intriguing mystery of all lies beneath the Sphinx. Over the years, researchers using ground-penetrating radar have identified anomalies, possible voids or chambers, beneath its paws and body. Could these hidden spaces hold secrets about its construction or purpose? Some speculate that they may contain ancient texts, treasures, or even evidence of lost civilizations. Despite extensive investigations, these chambers remain unexplored, fueling endless speculation. As we continue, we'll examine the evidence, theories, and discoveries that have emerged in the search for answers. The Sphinx stands as a testament to human ingenuity, yet it also guards secrets that may forever elude us. The deeper we look, the more questions arise. Could the Sphinx be the key to understanding an ancient truth hidden beneath the sands of time? The Great Sphinx of Giza, despite its enigmatic nature, has been the subject of countless studies and investigations. Over the centuries, researchers and explorers have uncovered fascinating evidence and made significant discoveries that have both deepened our understanding and added layers of complexity to its mystery. Let's dive into the clues and findings that have emerged. One of the most significant pieces of evidence comes from geological studies. As mentioned earlier, geologist Robert Schoch's research in the 1990s suggested that the Sphinx might be far older than traditionally believed. Schoch and his team noted that the weathering patterns on the Sphinx's body and enclosure walls appeared consistent with water erosion rather than wind and sand. Given that the Giza Plateau hasn't seen such heavy rainfall since a much earlier era, Schock proposed that the Sphinx could date back to 7000 BCE or earlier. While this theory has been challenged, it remains a cornerstone in the debate over the Sphinx's true age. Adding intrigue to this debate is the discovery of repair work on the Sphinx. Archaeologists have noted evidence of restoration efforts dating back to ancient Egypt, with different styles and materials suggesting multiple phases of repair. These findings indicate that the Sphinx was considered an ancient relic even during the time of the pharaohs, further complicating the question of when it was built. Modern technology has also played a crucial role in uncovering clues. In the 1990s, ground-penetrating radar (GPR) surveys were conducted around the Sphinx to search for hidden chambers or voids beneath the monument. These studies revealed anomalies, hollow spaces and possible tunnels beneath the Sphinx's paws and along its body. One notable finding was a rectangular chamber directly beneath the Sphinx's front paws. While these voids have yet to be fully explored, they have fueled speculation that the Sphinx could house hidden secrets, such as ancient texts or artifacts from a lost civilization. Another intriguing discovery was made by French archaeologist Émile Barrès in the early 20th century. While restoring the Sphinx, Barrès uncovered remnants of red pigment on the statue's face and body, suggesting that it may once have been brightly painted. This discovery challenged the common image of the Sphinx as a monochromatic limestone figure and offered a glimpse into its original appearance. Could this vibrant facade have held symbolic or religious significance? Then there's the dream stele of Thutmose IV, a key artifact located between the Sphinx's paws. This stele, erected around 1400 BCE, recounts a dream in which the Sphinx promised the young prince that he would become king if he cleared the sand covering its body. The inscription not only highlights the Sphinx's importance in ancient Egyptian culture, but also hints at its role as a protector or divine figure. However, some researchers believe the stele could contain encoded information about the Sphinx's origins, though this remains speculative. Additionally, fragments of the Sphinx's beard and other architectural features have been recovered over the years. These fragments provide clues about the monument's design and possible symbolism. Some experts theorize that the beard, often associated with pharaonic imagery, was a later addition meant to align the Sphinx with traditional representations of Egyptian rulers. Despite all these discoveries, much remains unknown. The evidence paints a complex picture, suggesting a mix of ancient craftsmanship, natural erosion, and restoration efforts spanning millennia. However, every new clue seems to raise more questions than it answers. Could the Sphinx's secrets be buried in the sands of Giza, or hidden in plain sight? As we move forward, we'll explore the debates and interpretations these findings have sparked, diving deeper into the enigmatic legacy of the Sphinx. The Great Sphinx of Giza has sparked countless scholarly debates and interpretations, with experts often finding themselves divided over its origins, purpose, and symbolism. These controversies highlight the complexity of this ancient monument and the enduring mystery it represents. Let's dive into some of the most contentious debates surrounding the Sphinx. One of the most polarizing topics among scholars is the age of the Sphinx. Traditional Egyptologists, relying on archaeological evidence and inscriptions, argue that the Sphinx was constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, around 2500 BCE. They point to the proximity of Khafre's pyramid and a causeway that connects the Sphinx to his mortuary temple as evidence. Additionally, a statue of Khafre found nearby has been cited as proof that he commissioned the monument. However, proponents of the ancient origins theory, like geologist Robert Schock, challenge this timeline. They argue that the weathering patterns on the Sphinx indicate erosion caused by heavy rainfall, suggesting that the monument could predate Khafre's reign by thousands of years. This theory places the Sphinx's origins in a time when the Sahara Desert was a lush, rainy region, possibly as far back as 7000 BCE. Traditional Egyptologists, however, dismiss this claim, arguing that the erosion could be attributed to other factors, such as fluctuating humidity or poor-quality limestone. Another major point of contention is the identity of the Sphinx's face. While mainstream scholars believe it represents Khafre, Some researchers argue that the facial features don't match known depictions of the pharaoh. They point to differences in the structure of the nose, mouth, and overall proportions. Some have suggested that the Sphinx might depict a different ruler, or perhaps someone entirely unrelated to the dynastic Egyptian timeline. Then there's the question of the Sphinx's missing nose and beard. Theories abound about how these features were lost. Historical accounts suggest the nose may have been deliberately destroyed by iconoclasts, possibly during the medieval period, as part of an effort to erase pagan symbols. Others speculate that it was damaged by artillery fire during military campaigns. The fragmented beard, on the other hand, appears to have been an addition made after the original construction, leading to debates about its purpose and the timeline of modifications to the monument. Another hotly debated topic is the purpose of the Sphinx. Many Egyptologists view it as a guardian figure, protecting the Giza plateau and symbolizing the power and divine authority of the pharaoh. The alignment of the Sphinx with celestial bodies, such as the rising sun during the spring equinox, suggests a connection to solar worship, which was central to Egyptian religion. However, alternative interpretations propose more esoteric purposes. Some suggest the Sphinx might serve as a repository for ancient knowledge, with the rumoured chambers beneath it containing lost texts or artefacts. This idea is bolstered by the anomalies detected using ground-penetrating radar, although no definitive discoveries have been made. Others speculate that the Sphinx could hold astronomical significance, possibly marking the precession of the equinoxes or aligning with star constellations tied to Egypt's mythology. A lesser-known but intriguing debate involves the role of ancient restoration. Evidence of repairs made during the New Kingdom and later periods suggests that the Sphinx has long been a focus of reverence and preservation. But how much of the monument we see today reflects its original design? Some experts argue that significant modifications over time may have altered its appearance and even its intended symbolism. At the heart of these debates is the challenge of interpreting an artifact that has endured millennia of natural and human impact. While the Sphinx remains an enduring symbol of ancient Egypt's ingenuity and mystery, the lack of definitive answers fuels ongoing controversy. As we delve into the more speculative and fringe theories in the next segment, it's clear that the Sphinx continues to provoke more questions than it answers. When it comes to speculative and fringe theories, the Great Sphinx of Giza has become a magnet for unconventional ideas that stretch the boundaries of imagination and historical understanding. These theories, while often dismissed by mainstream scholars, captivate those who believe the Sphinx holds secrets far beyond our comprehension. One of the most popular fringe theories is the idea that the Sphinx predates human civilization as we know it, and was built by an advanced lost society. Proponents of this theory often point to anomalies in the monument's design, such as its supposed astronomical alignments and the erosion patterns that some claim date back to a wetter prehistoric era. These theorists suggest that the Sphinx might be evidence of an ancient, technologically advanced culture, perhaps even one that predates the last ice age. Could the Sphinx have been a legacy of Atlantis or a similarly advanced but forgotten civilization? This idea, while tantalizing, remains speculative due to a lack of concrete evidence. Another theory ventures even further into the extraordinary, that the Sphinx was built with extraterrestrial assistance. Advocates of this idea argue that the precision of ancient Egyptian engineering, from the construction of the pyramids to the carving of the Sphinx, is beyond the capabilities of early human societies. They propose that alien visitors may have shared their knowledge or even constructed the Sphinx themselves as a marker or a monument. Some even speculate that the chambers rumoured to exist beneath the Sphinx could hold alien artefacts or technology hidden away for millennia. Speaking of hidden chambers, the notion of a hall of records buried beneath the Sphinx has captured imaginations for decades. This idea gained traction in the 20th century, largely thanks to Edgar Cayce, the so-called sleeping prophet. Cayce claimed in a series of trance-induced readings that the Sphinx was a gateway to vast subterranean archives containing the lost wisdom of Atlantis. According to Cayce, these records would one day be discovered and revolutionize humanity's understanding of its origins. Ground-penetrating radar scans have revealed voids and anomalies beneath the Sphinx, but official excavations have yet to uncover anything definitive. Still, the absence of evidence hasn't stopped believers from speculating about what might lie hidden beneath the sands. Then there's the idea that the Sphinx's original form may have been drastically different. Some fringe theorists propose that the Sphinx was initially carved as a lion, symbolizing strength and cosmic power, or perhaps even as an Anubis-like jackal, reflecting its role as a guardian of the necropolis. These ideas are bolstered by observations that the Sphinx's head appears disproportionately small compared to its body, suggesting it may have been recarved from a larger structure. If true, this raises the tantalizing question: what was the Sphinx originally meant to represent, and why was it altered? A particularly wild theory suggests that the Sphinx could function as a kind of ancient time capsule. Some proponents claim that the alignment of the Sphinx with celestial bodies might encode a message meant for a future civilization, possibly ours. They argue that the Sphinx's enigmatic gaze and orientation toward the horizon at sunrise could serve as a kind of cosmic clock ticking down to a pivotal moment in human history. Finally, there are those who believe that the Sphinx may hold metaphysical significance. They view it not just as a monument of stone, but as a spiritual gateway or a portal to other dimensions. Some esoteric schools of thought claim that meditating near the Sphinx can unlock hidden truths or connect individuals to higher planes of existence. While this idea ventures far into the realm of the mystical, it underscores the powerful allure the Sphinx holds for seekers of all kinds. These fringe theories, while unproven, serve as a testament to the enduring mystery of the Sphinx. Its enigmatic presence on the Giza Plateau continues to inspire speculation and wonder, reminding us that some questions may never be fully answered. As we approach the conclusion of our journey, let's revisit what we've uncovered and explore why the Sphinx still captivates the world. As we bring this episode of Ancient Mysteries to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the enigmatic presence of the Great Sphinx of Giza. It stands as a timeless sentinel on the Giza Plateau, embodying the ingenuity of ancient civilizations while guarding secrets that continue to elude us. Over the course of this episode, we've journeyed through the historical and cultural significance of the Sphinx, examined the questions surrounding its construction and purpose, explored the evidence and theories that have emerged over the years, delved into scholarly debates, and marveled at the speculative and fringe ideas that add even more mystique to this ancient wonder. The Sphinx challenges our understanding of history. Was it simply a symbolic guardian of the pharaoh's tomb, or could it represent something far more profound, an advanced knowledge, a connection to celestial events, or even a lost chapter in humanity's story? Each theory adds another layer to this age-old puzzle, reminding us that the past isn't just a collection of facts, but a living mystery waiting to be unraveled. One thing is clear: the Great Sphinx refuses to yield all its secrets. Whether it's the erosion patterns that hint at a deeper antiquity, the rumoured hidden chambers beneath its paws, or the cosmic alignments that inspire speculation, the Sphinx calls on us to keep digging, both literally and metaphorically. It reminds us that the answers to our greatest questions often lie not in what we know, but in what we've yet to discover. And speaking of discovery, in our next episode, we're heading to another iconic site steeped in mystery, the lost city of Pompeii. For centuries, the city's tragic burial beneath volcanic ash has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and the public alike. But what if there's more to Pompeii than meets the eye? What did we really uncover beneath the ash, and what secrets might still be hidden in the shadows of Vesuvius? Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Sphinx and its enduring mysteries. As always, we encourage you to share your thoughts, theories, and questions with us. We'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, remember that the past is never truly behind us. Its mysteries, like the Sphinx itself, remain steadfast, waiting for the right moment to speak. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow us on your favourite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Share this episode with fellow mystery enthusiasts and connect with us on social media for behind-the-scenes content and exclusive updates. We'll see you next time for another exciting journey into the world of ancient mysteries.